Greetings and welcome. My name is Buma, and this is Vibrational Guidance Over Truth, a non-traditional tarot and oracle channel where every week the theme changes. And this week we're looking at ancient spiritual systems from Hoodoo and Egyptian and Umshun, and just allowing our intuition to be practiced. So I ask you right now, hold a question in your heart and your mind, or you can write it down. And then as the cards play out, look at the synchronicities from the colors, images, numbers, and stated guidance on the cards to provide you with confirmation as far as what your cosmic guides are trying to tell you. These messages are for entertainment purposes only. Take what resonates, leave what does not. I created this channel to be rooted in love, not performance, not prediction, and not perfection. Love is what has brought you here. So let's go ahead and hop in. All right, so we start with a message from the end of the many teas that I drink. They have awesome quotes, and one has popped out. And it says here that meditation is medication. So meditation is medication. Awesome. Let's go ahead and get it started. I want to start with something new this time. Let's start with our Revealing the Truth Oracle. So divine guides, can you start off by revealing a truth? Revealing a truth, please. I would like to ask you to start off by revealing the truth before I ask a specific question for the theme of this message, which will be using our Oshun Oracle cards. But what is a truth that you would like to relay? Okay. Is there a truth, thank you, that you would like to relay to the collective before we get started? Is there any truth? Okay, we caught these and that still floats. We're going to take it. Is there a truth? Tons to say. So some of you might have asked a question about wanting to know the truth of a situation. And again, not all things here will resonate, but let's see what's come out. I feel like we have a chapter book that will be unveiling itself in this reading. So let's go chapter 1 and chapter 2. Okay. Chapter 1. So there's a synchronization. Someone is resonating. There's some music. There's some type of emotion. And that emotion is surrounding this apple card. Emotions concerning wise choices, death, your sexuality, or what brings you joy in life. Not only is this the case, and I feel like, yes, that is right to put that here, but, and I heard that is backwards. So let me follow this because it was backwards. There's an apple and Snow White is coming to mind immediately. There, something in someone's life is wise. And that wise knowing is bringing about a death, potentially to someone's sexuality or sexual practices. I'm hearing you're starting to abstain more, and this is bringing you joy. And this synchronization, if this aspect of the message is resonating, I don't know why I'm feeling pulled and drawn to say this, but I am. This synchronization with this new form of sexuality is bringing so much joy that you're resonating now. The musical tone, the harmonic vibes of your voice are evoking an emotion when people hear you or when they say even your name because of this change. Now, what this new chapter in your life, what that also means is, from the bottom, is you're trusting your intuition more. And this sixth sense about this right choice of following your intuition and using your subconscious to stay away from certain things, I'm hearing certain sexual practices, is very key. And I'm also seeing here how we have an S with sexuality, S with synchronization, S with sixth sense, and S with subconscious. So someone's sexuality and the changes that they're making are syncing them up to their sixth sense. And that sixth sense is allowing you higher access, higher acknowledgement of what your subconscious really is and how it works. And here we have the sorry card. So some of you are having to tell people that, yes, you might be, I'm hearing you is interested in sexually. I'm sorry, but no. And even if this is an unspoken apology, even if you choose to just not just flat out ignore the call, the booty call is what I heard, your eternal regret is not with you. So we have this, maybe the S, the letter S in someone's initial is very relevant here. But the whistle is being blown. And I don't think it's a coincidence at all with this first chapter that it goes red apple, red here with this intuition, and red with whistleblower, if you need to see those. So we have this red showing up as a hue in the middle. And then we have this blue here, this bluish gray hue with the synchronization and sorry. So maybe the letter ASISW. Okay. Now in the second chapter, what's very clear here is with this butterfly card, someone's made a change. Again, right here up under the wisdom, death, sexuality, and joy. And this transformation, this rebirth, when they look at their past and say, hey, what have my past actions around this topic, and I'm hearing sexuality, been about, and making the transformation, has allowed you to think about this forgotten person, this core past old friend. So there's this syncing up with a forgotten person. And someone's going to be invited out for drinks. I'm hearing temptation is coming along. And whether they even say to, dispel any concern, well, we can go out for drinks, meaning liquor, or it can be, we can go out for coffee. It ain't got to be alcohol, or we can go out for tea if tea is your thing, or we can go out for water. We can go get some bottles of water from the gas station or something and just sit in the car and chill and talk, or on a park bench. But someone has made a change in their life, and a forgotten person is going to pop up, or someone you've put on your back burner for a while is going to pop up, and they're going to ask you out for drinks. And they're here to investigate, explore, and search out what you got going on right now in your life. And not only that, but they're going to pose themselves, or they actually might be, due to their genuine intention of taking you out for whatever type of drink you want. And here we have drinks are under intuition. Use your intuition with how you respond to drinks. You might want to say, yes, let's go out for coffee. Or yes, let's go out for water. Yes, let's go out for tea. And look at their body language. Because maybe this person actually is your dream come true, as it says here. Maybe they are you getting what you want as a result of taking this change. So that's the first part of the message, and I feel like that's very powerful. Now let's go ahead and tap back into past life. So I feel like this is a chapter that has come up in the past in someone's life, definitely, because none of these messages are ever aimed for children. I explicitly put that on my channel. So I'm going to talk freely to grown folks about grown folks' business here as it pertains to sexuality. But someone is choosing to abstain. So the next thing I want to ask here, spirit guides for the collective, is what, and that's the question that popped up, but it doesn't mean that's the one I have to take, is what is the spiritual practice that needs to be more consistent or have more reference? So with the past life, what is the spiritual practice that was done consistently or needs more attention that was done for reverence? Thank you so much for your one card answer. And that is knowing that you are an authority figure, or this person was an authority figure. So whoever this authority figure is, or maybe this person coming in, is in a position of authority, who is here to investigate and explore and search out, who could become a dream come true for you. So let's go ahead and move over now to our Faces of Oshun Oracle deck and see if we have some confirmations here. So what message is there from the Oshuns, from ancestors, that they would like to deliver right now? What messages, similar or different from what has come out, would you like to relay to the collective? What message, similar or different, would you like to relate to the collective? All right, I love it when you speak in your specific one card answer. What you would like to say in the reverse, okay, is the Oshun of unlocked gates, freedom, breaking barriers, unleashing potential. This is the 36 card, and that landed right here, I believe, over drinks. So someone is being called to pay attention to the fact that this is not your time to unlock them gates. Open up them legs, spread them and get up in it. This is not your time to allow somebody to have the key to what you have been cherishing, what you have been locking up As you see, it looks like a young girl. So going back to that innocence of yourself and having the keys, you're holding your sexual vitality, your sexuality, and by holding it, holding that key of yourself, when you choose to open up, what is the context that it's going to be in? Are you going to open that up and you're being told here, don't let it loose freely? I'm hearing specifically over drinks and the typical meaning of what drinks mean. You get all dressed up in your sexiest, finest, most debonair, fine, fly outfit, and you go out for traditional drinks. This is not your time to be free like that in the old way. It's time for you to go out for coffee, to break the barrier of what you traditionally did. It's time for you to unleash your potential of what you are looking for in a person and how you go about gauging if someone is a proper fit for you. Let's close this out because it's so specific here with the Sacred Creative Oracle deck. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides. What would you like to say to collective to close this message out concerning them being a sacred creator? I see that some have clearly chosen to be abstinent. They're resonating at a new frequency, tapping in with that intuition, saying, sorry, I'm not sorry, where it's necessary. And the whistle has been blown. That they are not leaking out the secret, which is simply that they're abstinent. And this change has brought into their life a forgotten person, maybe from a past life, this authority figure who is going to ask them out. And this is the test. What are you going to say you want to go drink when you go out? Because this person and you are looking for the opportunity to be free, to break barriers, to unleash y'all's potential and be the miracle in each other's life. But it comes as a result of this key thing here with the theme of colors, abstaining. So how does this person, this group in the collective, stay and be the sacred creator? Ooh, wow. You got messages, so they want to tell you how you clearly over one particular area get this authority figure, whether it's authority figure in the community, in the church, in your workplace. How are you and that person each other's miracle? Let's take it all out right here, coming right over miracle and authority figure. It is now. So clearly right now, this dream is coming true. 47, maybe the age of this person is 47, but this dream is coming true in the now. And y'all are clearly going to be change makers and making waves. Here's the 45 card, making waves in them sheets, making waves in each other's lives, being the reflection to each other. But y'all are making changes by being the miracle to each other about how you all came about and how this relationship started. And what you're being asked to do with this 42 card is to cut the cords of doubt. Whatever the doubts are that you have of, man, this ain't how people do it in today's day and age. When you go out and, somebody's asking, can I take you out? What do you want to go out for? You want to go out for drinks or go out to eat? Whatever your response is, you need to cut the cords of doubt of answering in the most traditional society colloquial way is what you're being told here with this 42 card. Because we have next, bliss is worth creating from, 26. So this bliss is worth creating from, okay? It is worth creating from this place of abstaining, this place of being in sync with yourself, this place of not telling someone that you're abstaining, this place of knowing that you are their miracle and they are your miracle because you got your spirituality that is connected to your sexuality on lockdown, and what you are thinking and manifesting and looking for, it is investigating you and it wants you to. You're also being told here that you are the creator of earth. So some of you, I might be speaking to someone with the womb here, seeing how this is a pyramid upside down, like the womb and the vagina and that area of the uterus. You are potentially a creator. And with it being green and gold here, your green, your fertility, an ability to create businesses, ability to create a home, ability to create a safe haven, ability to create an environment or a community is something that this golden hue, this golden light, is gold And red and yellow and orange are traditionally, historically, when we look at the animal kingdom attributed to masculine animals, that energy is wanting to come in and resonate, penetrate that green womb space, that ability to create. And we have here flipped over, all right, 44 card. Magic happens when you most expect it. So that's not the case here. Magic isn't happening when you expect it. Meaning those of you who are out here looking, I'm ready, I've been abstaining. That is not the message for you, sir. That is not the message for you, ma'am. It's not you expecting something to happen. It's you being in your change phase and this forgotten person showing up. And a forgotten person doesn't necessarily mean from this lifetime. So I'm going to pull from the past life oracle deck. I just heard, no, you didn't. No, I didn't. And I know I said we were going to close this meeting reading out, but I'm going to, because I don't want us to be caught up on forgotten person. You're thinking about it's a person from your past. We also have here in final messages from the Sacred Creators Oracle deck, feed your artist. So some of you with this 28 card have an artistic ability. Maybe it's coloring with crayons, markers, color pencils, painting, making waist beads, sewing, knitting, or maybe it's time for you to feed that artistic side of yourself through your ability to cook amazing meals or make amazing drinks or appetizers, but tap into that artistic or gardening ability of yourself. It's time to celebrate your wins, the 49 card. So when you get this person, you to yourself celebrate. It could be journaling. It could be a bubble bath. But this is something to celebrate with this rooster here on it, that you got that call. You put it out there to the universe. You just stayed in your way of change. And this miracle came along because you are epic with this 4 card. You are epic. And not only are you epic, but you are so epic that you have begun to cozy up with the risk. Here's the 61 card with the stepping ahead and all you need. That's all you got to do. One step ahead, excuse me, is what it says, is all you need. So take that one step. I'm deciding as of this day, I need to put my body on lockdown, spiritually clear all the people I've sexually been tied to in the past, do some cord cutting rituals, do some egg cleanses, do my research on spiritual practices, get out of the religious communities I've been a part of, tap into myself and get to have a relationship with myself, my spirit guides, all the angels and the demons and the ascended masters and the ancestors that are actually on my side. Because for that same list of names that I just said, there are people who are not on your side in the spiritual community. Of course, as we know, as it pertains to demons and angels and ancestors, everybody is not for you. It's time for you to make that one step, get in tune with what and who your spiritual team is, and make one step every day. Okay? Because this is your raw intention with the 22 card. Your raw intention is to have this miracle. And I don't think it's a coincidence here that we've got this orangish yellow hue, how we're wrapping it up. So let's see if I heard again, oh no, she didn't. Yes, I did. Let's see if any of this resonates with some past life experiences, and we're going to close it out there. So is there any part of this, divine guides, cosmic ascended masters, that you would like to clarify or confirm for the collective? Any new or old messages from the past life of whoever this message resonates with that you would like to share? Thank you, with the collective. And those came out in the reverse, and we knocked over Apple with the wisdom, death, and sexuality. So it's clearly about something right here on this card, even though it landed right here. So what we got in the reverse, food and hunger. So some of y'all are hungry. You want to eat somebody up. Eat them up. You hungry to satisfy, I heard to satiate that desire, but it's not the time. Some of you also in the reverse, we have here Celtic, like Celtic cross. Some of you might think in the collective that you have a Celtic lineage or Celtic historical connection and background. No, you do not, is what I'm hearing. That also came up in another reading where Egypt came back in the reverse, I believe it was. Some people are praying to particular cultural identities because it's alluring or it's attractive to them. And that's not what you should be doing, because you're praying to an ancestral lineage that you're actually not bloodline-ing wise, is what I want to say. if we're inventing words here, that you're not connecting to, and you're wondering why your prayers are not being answered, or your intuition or your spiritual guides are not coming in and providing you with confirmations, is because you're speaking to cultures that you think you are aligned with. And I'm just going to say this to close out this reading while I clean up the cards. So this whole 23andMe and submit some of your DNA to see what your family's ancestral lineage is or could be connected with. There are a lot of criticisms and critiques of it. And I'm one of those people who I did not participate, but I did have a family member who did. And in my family, we do know and have our paperwork and family scrapbooks and photo albums of the specific Native American tribes in the region where I am from that we are connected with. We have all those documents, fortunately, in my family. And there is a family member who, by blood, is very close to me. I'm just going to say someone who's close to me, like a father or mother, who had that 23andMe or whatever it was, the whole submit your DNA thing done. And I kid you not one part of that DNA report came up reflecting our known on that individual's paternal and maternal side Native American ancestry. All of it simply due to, I guess, ticking off a box that said African American, ascribed or talked about being from certain West African cultures. Though I know and believe that that can be true, the fact that none of the Native American bloodline heritage showed up from that person's maternal side showing up was just baffling. And it just further confirmed that it's a hoax. For some cultures, it's potentially being used to pigeonhole mindsets as far as where you come from. And some of us are walking around here thinking that we have a lineage or a bloodline connection to some cultures that we don't. Now, yes, let me just clarify. I did bring up certain European bloodlines and heritage in there that, yes, I'm sure due to our connection with the transatlantic slave trade and all that type of stuff, that yes, I'm aware that there is probably a lot of Europeans somewhere in the bloodline that maybe came up potentially as true, like Irish or German or Russian or French that would show up. Yes. However, the fact that this test was done and absolutely none of what I have physically held at many of family gatherings and reunions, the photo albums and the books and the paperwork, the legal paperwork, and just the pictures, none of that was in there. Maybe some of you needed to hear that. Be careful of what cultures you're thinking because of these bloodline tests that you can have done or saying you're connected with, and then you go out trying to connect with that ancestral or physical place and plane. It might not be for you. Just go based off your intuition. So I love you very much. I hope you all have a great rest of your sun cycle, and I will catch you on the next one.